We've come a long way since our doors first opened. Though our beginnings were modest, our vision was bold. With each passing decade, we grew. Times changed, and we adapted. We evolved, and we delivered. Market-driven programs that get our grads jobs. Seamless support services that wrap around our students. Sustainable practices that protect our earth. For the past 10 years, our mission ensured that the student experience came first at Durham College. But we've reached a tipping point. As we reflect on all we've accomplished and look closely at where we stand, it's clear. We're not just putting the student experience first, we're reinventing it. What's happening on our campuses, across our communities, and around the globe is a DC-grown and led transformation of the way we learn, the way we teach, the way we work, live, and lead. The many paths to post-secondary education merge and weave in so many new ways, and our approach to delivering that education, advanced learning that innovates, inspires, and changes lives, is just as varied. We are shaping this transformation shoulder to shoulder, heads down while working hard, but always with clear eyes on the future. This is our stake in the ground. We are DC, and together, we are leading the way.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second game today of the OCAA softball playoffs, featuring the Humber Hawks facing off against the St. Clair Saints. And just about we get underway right away, we're going to show you just the graphics between these two teams. So both very high in the standings. St. Clair was 17-7 record, Humber 19-5. And as you can see, there both teams are very defensive with the runs against. Only 71 for St. Clair and a whopping 51 for Humber, as they've been a dominant pitching and defense club all year, and both of these teams' last 10 games, both 8 wins and only 2 losses in them. So we'll see if this should be quite a close game on paper, but we'll see if that's the case, because usually playoffs do not tend to be on paper. And the umpires just coming together, and then we're just going to give their lineup cards right now. And as you see, head-to-head, last time these two teams faced was October 12th, where Humber defeated St. Clair 7-5. And before that, the same day actually, St. Clair also won against Humber 8-6. But before that, it's just been Humber all the way, beating St. Clair. And so in their last 5 matches, St. Clair's only won once. So they'll definitely want to change that today and just try to advance in this OCAA playoffs, as they've already won. St. Clair played yesterday, actually, and I believe it was against Sheridan. They won 6-0 against them. So, and as you can see there so far the games, as today the Durham Lords beat the Conestoga Condors in Game 3 10-0. And like I said, yesterday, St. Clair won against the Bruins 6-0, and Conestoga, who lost today against the Lords, also played yesterday in Game 2, and they won 12-4 against Fanshawe. And so we're here in Game 4, St. Clair versus Humber Hawks, and whoever loses Game 4 will face the Conestoga Condors, and whoever wins will face the Durham Lords. And we'll keep going on from there. So it's going to be the pitcher of the year that is going to be on the mound today for Humber, which is Shade Hansen. And to say that she's had a dominant year is an understatement. It is her second year, and in 68 innings pitched, she has only has a 1.03 ERA and 109 strikeouts in 68 innings. So nothing short of dominant so far for her, and she's going to look to pull another one of those dominant games through her bag of tricks in this game today, as they need her today against a really good St. Clair team, who are actually the defending OCAA champions of last year, where they beat the Durham Lords in the finals last year. However, only 4 of those players this year have returned. So most of their players last year have graduated. So we'll see what they can do here today, as we're just about to get underway here. And leading off for the St. Clair Saints to start the game here is Shaylin Murphy. And that one gets ground out to third. Bobbled by the third baseman, and she's going to be safe on first. Bobbled twice by the first baseman on a bit of a iffy error to start the game, but St. Clair will take that all the way. As the first pitch, they have someone on first base. With next, Judy Lafleur up to bat next. And that one gets outside. Catcher able to recover really quickly. And that one is just going to be a little bit outside. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that's going to get grounded out to the pitcher, Hansen. She's just going to throw it to first for the for sure out. Doesn't want to risk losing that ball into the outfield.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Ashley Marchand.
And next in the third spot for this game is going to be Ashley Marchand. Here's the pitch. That's going to get swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Bobbled by the shortstop, and everyone's going to be safe on that play. So early in the game, a couple of defensive mishaps for the Humber Hawks as St. Clair is starting to get under their skin possibly, as that might be the second error already. And we're only 1 out into the game so far. And that one's just a little bit outside. Batting now is Kristen Kipfer. Here's the pitch. Got a little bit of tip of the bat there, but it's going to go back for a foul ball. A lot of fans getting pretty loud here. That gets behind the batter there by her feet. And that's a pretty easy call for the umpire. Kipfer in 65 at-bats has a 308 average with 18 RBIs and 2 home runs. So pretty productive year for her so far. And in the regular season, of course, none of that matters anymore. See if she can deliver in the biggest moment right here. Facing up against the pitcher of the year. And in there for a strike by the umpire. Now it's going to be a full count. And in there for called strike 3. First striker of the game for Hansen. Kipper was jogging towards first base and might not think that was a strike. Regardless, the Humber Hawks get an important second out. As next up is Reese Grondin. And in 70 at-bats, she's got a 343 average and 4 home runs and 25 runs batted in, which she leads the team in home runs and runs batted in. And big swing and miss there for the strikeout. And Humber gets out of the trouble here in the top of the first inning, and really good performance there by Shade Hansen to get out of that small little jam that was mostly caused by the 2 errors to start off the game. And now St. Clair is going to come into the field. And starting pitching for the St. Clair Saints is going to be, I believe it's Dania Juarez Ojeda, if I pronounce that correctly. I'm going to give it a retry again. I don't think I pronounced it. It's Dana Juarez Ojeda, I believe is the right way to say it. So she'll be on the mound for this game today. And just one thing to talk about the St. Clair pitching. They only have 3 active pitchers on the roster right now. So they really got to conserve all their pitchers' energy here, as we could see Juarez go pretty far into this game even if she's not necessarily performing well and they go down. And now finally up to bat for Humber is going to be number 3, Shea Hilbert. So see what she can do here to lead off here, and that's going to be a little bit of ground out towards the shortstop, thrown to first very quickly for the first out for St. Clair. And very important here is you want to keep the Humber offense off any sort of offense here, as once Humber gets in front, it's really hard to score any more runs on Humber in general, because they're arguably one of, if not the best defensive team through pitching and defense in this league so far this year. As like you saw on the graphic, only 51 runs allowed this year. So next up to bat is going to be number 7, Reese Valachi. And that is going to be a big hat towards left center field. Outfielder's under that one, and the center fielder makes the catch for the second out. It's two quick outs here for the Saints, as possibly could get right back on the play here and get that pitcher Hansen out immediately. Want to get her as tired as possible to get her out of the game. Next, Riley DeVries, who's in the cleanup spot. Big swing and miss there for the first strike of the at-bat. And as I was saying, this Humber pitching is so good, and that's going to be reached out there into right field for a base hit. Really good piece of hitting there by DeVries. She really reached out with that one and just hit the tip of the bat. So the Humber have a 2-out single here. Humber Hawks, have a 2-out single. And as I was saying about Humber's pitching, the highest ERA out of anyone in the active roster is .389 in 45 innings pitched. The rest, Hansen has 103. And there's a first strike of the at-bat. So it's 103 ERA, then 183, and then in 50 innings, 0.46 ERA for one of the players, who is Michaela Brown, and the highest being .389. So this team definitely knows how to pitch here and keep runs off the board. And we'll see what happens here as St. Clair has an 0-2 count here. And the runner is going to go. DeVries slides in and is out. Caught stealing to end the inning. And a very defensive first inning, as no one comes across the score. No one even reaches third base here in this one. And we're going to go right to the second inning very fast. Not even 10 minutes into the game, and the first inning is completed. Both really good performances by both pitchers so far, and Hansen will quickly make her way out. And just in case if you didn't hear in the awards, Shade Hansen was awarded Pitcher of the Year. And she is a second-year. This is her second year in Humber and with the team, and for this year, she's only allowed 10 earned runs in 68 innings pitched, and only 1 home run so far this year allowed by Hansen. And the entire team, actually, the entire pitching team for Humber has only allowed 2 home runs in the whole season. So St. Clair will definitely have a hard time with their power tonight. As leading off for the St. Clair Saints is number 12, Cameron Coombs. And 2 swing and misses there. And no, apparently not a swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. And she has to get away with that one, and that nearly comes up and clips her. And we got both dugouts here getting very loud here, and there's a swing and miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Hansen, second for her on the day. And immediately St. Clair will go to their next batter, Ada Umera, batting in the 7th spot today. Quite a few fans from both Humber Hawks and St. Clair Saints showed up here. I believe there's a little bit more Humber fans than St. Clair. Again, really loud here is dugout, and big swing and miss there for strike 3, and that is another strikeout for Hansen. She's had 3 strikeouts in a row, going back to the first inning as well. And a quick 2 outs here. And here comes the pitcher, Daniel Juarez. And this batter right now, Daniel Juarez, who is also the pitcher, starting pitcher for the St. Clair Saints. So switch hitting action, and trying to contribute in the offense category, as she just threw a really good first inning, kept anyone from reaching even scoring position. Here's the 2-1 pitch, big swing and miss there for strike 2. It's an even 2-2 count now for Hansen as she delivers. That's going to be smacked towards right field, and right fielder's under it, makes the catch. And there's the final out of the inning. And we'll quickly go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, as this one is flying by a little bit. And St. Clair will come right out, and the pitcher Daniel Juarez, who just flied out to right field, will come right back out to pitch. Quickly going in the dugout, quickly running back out. For October, today is quite a really hot day today. There is a little bit of wind, but as you can probably hear as well, the wind. But today is mostly pretty hot as the sun is beaming on us today. And I feel bad for people wearing dark clothes today. And it'll probably, the highest is going to is 20 degrees, but it's going to go quite lower once we reach the 3rd game today, which is game 5. And now we're all ready here, as leading off for the Humber Hawks is going to be number 2, Amelia Russo. And that one is smoked towards left, but that's going to be foul. So far, Russo in this regular season, she had 63 at-bats, the .317 average, and only 2 walks with 12 RBIs. So most times she gets on base, it's either mostly a base hit. That one's way outside for ball 1. This year, the pitcher Juarez, that one is going to be grounded out to second and easily thrown to first for the first out of the inning. And as I was saying, Daniel Juarez has pitched the most out of anyone in her team with 56 innings pitched, and she's done really good. Only a 2.25 ERA, and also keeping a really low WHIP, 1.16. And she's won 8 games and only lost 2. And up to bat now is number 12, Melia Faro. That one's outside for a ball. And in the offensive category, Daniel Juarez, she has had 41 appearances, 41 at-bats so far this season. The 293 batting average and 11 RBIs driven in. So she knows how to swing the bat as well as pitch. And that's definitely someone you want to have on your team going into this new day and age. Here's a 2-1 count, and that one is popped up right underneath the second baseman, under it, and makes the catch for the second out of the bottom of the second, and might very well see no runs once again here. Next is River Johnson, number 16. That's a first pitch strike in there, called from the umpire. If Johnson somehow gets on base, it'll be Marley Greer up to bat next as she's on deck. But this should be a pretty good pitching matchup so far, and that's what it's looked like so far, as both pitchers have the lowest ERA on their team. As now Johnson has a 1-2 count with 2 outs, and see what type of approach he takes here. Here's the pitch, and that was pretty far outside. Easy decision to hold back. Humber's dugout's getting really loud here, trying to hype up their player. Here's the pitch. Way outside for ball 3, and now an even count at 3-2. Johnson in 66 at-bats only has 3 walks so far this season. See if she gets her 4th right here, and big swing and miss there for strike 3. And no, I believe that was actually a foul ball apparently. So she'll get another chance here. That ball was very far outside, but still swung, and she'll get another chance here. Full count. And it swings there, and goes behind for another foul ball. And she's staying alive. And here's the pitch. Fouled once again, 3rd straight time, and she'll see another one. Staying alive here. Staying alive here against the Saints ace. Here's the pitch by Flores, and swing and miss there for strike 3. Eventually put her down finally, and that ends the 2nd inning here at Babcock Field. And we'll quickly go into the 3rd inning here. And just what I thought, it's just been absolute pitching so far. And just in case if you didn't know, from March 5th to the 8th, the 2025 CCAA Women's Volleyball Championship will be hosted here in Durham at the Lord's Lair from March 5th through 8th, so we hope to see you there, as that'll for sure be a great time. Come out and watch some volleyball, as Lords host the Nationals this year. And Humber will quickly come out. Once again, it'll be Shade Hansen. Pitching here for Humber, as she's done all season so far. And she's going to face the 9-hole hitter, who's also number 9, Zanaya Jackson. The First pitch she sees is outside, 1-0. And that is too high for ball 2. And swung on past the pitcher, bobbled by the second baseman, and the runner Jackson is safe. 2 bobbles there. It was almost caught by the pitcher, but just bobbled away and was right in the money there for the second baseman, but she drops it as well, and Zanai Jackson is safe on first, and not sure if that'll be recorded as an error again or a base hit, but regardless, we're back at the top of the order with Shaylin Murphy here, where she swings at the first pitch and it goes foul. Throughout the year, she is tied with LaFleur for the most at-bats this season with 84. And through it, she has a .393 average and 9 walks and 12 RBIs. So looking to try and get Jackson in here. Three straight foul balls this at-bat. Jackson has only stole the base 3 times this season and was caught once, so I'm not sure if they'll be leading on the base runner here. There's still only 0 outs. Here's the pitch, and a little bit outside for ball 1. Murphy taking her time here. Here comes the pitch, and has to get away with that one. Makes it 2-2. That catcher is really watching that base runner Jackson, making sure she's not doing anything. She keeps veering towards second, but doesn't go in the end. Another ball outside, and Murphy's come back from 0-2 to 3-2. Still with 0 outs here. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and that is a call, and no, it's going to be a walk. Umpire took a second to make a decision as everyone was in a little bit of a stalemate there, but a full count walk for Murphy as she comes back from all the way down from 0-2. And Jackson also went and tried to stole second, but it doesn't matter as Murphy was walked, and now St. Clair has something in business here. Judy LaFleur is up to bat, also has 84 at-bats. Like I said earlier, this time though, she has a .500 average, one of the best hitters in this league with 20 RBIs and 4 triples. So see what she can do here, and she shows bunt there, but does not pull back in time. And there's a quick 0-2 on LaFleur here. Coming up next is Ashley Marchand. And that was a very, very low swing there, but is able to get a piece of that. And so she stays alive with this one. Hanson's been in these situations before, looking to get out of this one. Swing and miss there, but the catcher drops it. So once again, she'll have another chance. St. Clair dugout really starting to get loud here. Maybe getting the head of the pitcher. Another foul ball there, right behind in the netting. Big swing and miss there from LaFleur as she strikes out. Bit of a slow, maybe ugly swing there. That one was way low and way outside. And Hanson has a very important first out on that strikeout. Next up is Ashley Marchand. And starts us up bat with a high ball. In 49 at-bats this season, Marchand has a .400 average with 12 RBIs and 7 extra base hits. And the Saints definitely need her right here, right now. As it'd be very nice to get out in front first and try to rely more on your pitching and defense, as Humber has not figured out yet. And that gets past the shortstop and third baseman. And they're going to send the runner Jackson home. She's in there standing up, and the Saints have the first run of the ball game here. They lead 1-0 off of the RBI single from Ashley Marchand. Great piece of hitting there. And St. Clair has a 1-0 lead in the top of the third inning. And it's not done yet. Still only one out. Runners on first and second. And up next is Kristen Kipfer. And 65 at bat. She's .308 average with 18 RBIs and 2 home runs. Big swing and miss there. She has struck out 15 times, which is the most on her team in the regular season. And Hansen is very well known for striking people out. Another big swing and miss there. As in the regular season, Hansen had 109 strikeout in 68 innings, like I said before. And pressure here as here comes the 1-2 count, 1 out. That was a high fly ball into left center field. Center fielder under it makes the catch. Runner tagging from second, but they pull back. And a very important second out there to keep all the runners back where they're supposed to be. Next up is going to be Reese Grondin. And it looks like the St. Clair coach saying something to the umpire for a second. A third base coach, excuse me. And all is, never mind that, we're all back, and big swing and miss there to start this at bat here. Reese Grondin looking to extend the lead here for St. Clair, but now with that swing as 2 straight swings and misses. And Hansen smells blood in the water with those 2 swings. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3. And a strikeout to end the inning. And Hansen limits the damage, allowing 1 run. But the St. Clair Saints do get out in front.
Baseball championship, St. Clair defeated Centennial 10-9. And Durham is tied with Lambton 0-0 in the top of the second.
So St. Clair out in front, 1-0. Coming into the bottom of the third now. And now they have to rely on their pitching and defense to try and get through this one alone. It'll obviously be the same pitcher, Dania Juarez Ojeda. Back out there, as Humber has yet to figure her out. And with the RBI single by Ashley Marchand, St. Clair is going to come into this one trying to defend this lead. As we are still in the fairly early midway part of the game. In regulation, this would go to 7 innings. If tied, it will go to extra innings. And there is no clouds in sight anymore as the sun is just beaming on everyone right now. And really hot here with a really nice breeze, though, so really good day for baseball and softball. As the men's baseball championship is also playing in Lambton right now. And that's a base hit into right field. First pitch she sees, that is Marley Greer. And that one gets behind the first baseman. She's going to go to second and be out on that play. Not the best base running situation there. As that throw in was a bad one. It was wide from the first baseman, but pitcher was right there to cover it. And easy throw to second for the first out of this bottom of the third. And next up to bat is going to be Claudia Hansen. Who I'm not exactly sure, but could be a sister of Shade Hansen, the pitcher. That one is going to be smoked into center field. Center fielder is under it and makes the catch for the second out. 2 quick outs here to start the bottom of the third. And now it's going to be the number 9 hole hitter, Victoria Lopez. As you don't want to go down 1, 2, 3 here, being down already. Swing and miss there to start. This at bat here. Victoria Lopez only played in 9 at bats this season. Has a 222 batting average, and that one goes wide, but thankfully no one on base to make them pay for that. And Lopez definitely trying to get something going before they have to immediately go pitching once again and be down. And whoever wins this game will go face the Durham Lords later today. So at 5:30. And the loser of this game as well will face the Conestoga Condors, who just, if you hadn't watched it, they lost to the Durham Lords in Game 3. It was the first game today. They lost 10-0 in 5 innings. And Lopez still alive here with the 1-2 count here. Here's the pitch by Dana. That's going to be grounded out to shortstop. Great pickup. Throw to first in time for the final out of the inning. And St. Clair once again 1-2-3s the Humber Hawks. And St. Clair looking really good so far, as Humber still has yet to figure out the pitching and defense there. And now we're going to go into the top of the 4th. And it's once again going to be Shade Hansen coming out, obviously. As even though they're down 1-0, Shade Hansen has still been nothing short of basically dominant. She's got 5 strikeouts here in 3 innings of work. And right now everyone just slowly trotting on. Looks like the and we're going to start this inning with leading off for St. Clair is going to be number 12, Cameron Coombs. Who has this regular season at 67 at-bats. And in that, really strong numbers here, 448 average and 20 RBIs. Only 1 home run, but still a home run. You don't see many home runs in the OCAA, baseball and softball today. And she has 4 doubles and 3 triples. No, excuse me, 4 doubles and 2 triples. And big swing and miss there for strike 2. And Hansen throwing that really fast fastball down towards the corners. And that one just a little bit outside. Too much outside for the umpire. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be swung on, grounded out to third, picked up, and the umpire calls the play off. That's went out for a foul ball. Some more Humber fans starting to show up here. There's the 2-2 pitch, big swing and miss there. Strike 3. Strikeout number 6 on the day for Shade Hansen. And Humber gets the first out, the inning pretty quickly. Next up the bat is going to be 7th hole hitter Ada Umera. And that one hits the post and goes right into the first baseman's glove. Nice catch there. And I think the barbecue is on fire or something because there's a lot of smoke coming into the stands and towards us right now. Nonetheless, it's 0-2 count here for Humera. And that one is too far low. And it's starting to get really windy here. Could possibly affect the ball if it gets in the air. And that one is not even going to reach the plate. That's in the dirt. Hansen not liking that pitch there. Here's the 2-2. And Humera fights her off and still alive here. Really good at bat so far. There's the 2-2 big swing and miss there. And another strikeout for Shade Hansen. As she continues to just basically dominate the St. Clair batters, and even though they are up 1-0, they don't have much of an answer for her right now. Here comes the pitcher, and that gets grounded out as a shortstop. Thrown to first in time for the final out of the inning. And now Shade Hansen probably looking for some run support right here as her team still trails by 1-0. Now we go into the bottom of the fourth. Another great pitching performance there by Hansen as she has 2 strikeouts in that one, and then a final grounder from shortstop to first. And we'll probably see the same pitcher for St. Clair come out again.
Do you like free stuff? Because we're going to do a t-shirt toss.
And we'll get right underway here right after the t-shirt toss commences, as here comes Louie, the Durham Lords' very favorited mascot, very loved mascot. I'm sure he's looking for Lords fans right now. Definitely doesn't want to look for St. Clair because not sure if, I probably already said this already a couple of times, but the St. Clair Saints beat the Lords last year in the finals for the OCAA championship. And they took the softball championship home with them, and Durham Lords was second that year. And we're going to be right back at the top of the order here for Humber. Shea Hilpert, as that first run through the lineup, they had no answer for the pitcher, Daniel Ojeda. So we'll see if they can at least try to do something here. Try to possibly show some resistance, as even though Juarez doesn't have as many strikeouts, still forcing a lot of contact that is being really soft. Not that one right there. That's in the center fielder and just above the head of the center fielder to make the catch for the first out. That one was good contact there, but unfortunately the center fielder was right there. Possibly the wind could have put a part in it because it is fairly windy here. Not overwhelmingly and really strong. And next, Reese Valachi going to bat for the Humber Hawks. Just most of the game so far. Hold that thought. That's going to be a big fly out to left field and caught by the left fielder for the second out. Once again, 2 quick outs here to start the bottom of the 4th inning. And Humber just possibly just not getting the best contact and swinging maybe too early, as they've had quite a lot of ground outs, mostly ground outs, and they've had quite a few flyouts as well, as both the outs so far this inning has been flyouts. There's a big swing and miss there by DeVries as she's up to bat now. Daniel Ojeda looking to get out of another one. And now with that pitch right there, as Catcher made a really good catch right there to make sure that one did not go back. There is no one on base, so it is all good. Here's the 1-1. And check swing there, but she went, according to the umpire. And now Humber's down to their final strike this inning. St. Clair looking to get through it once again and get into the 5th inning with the lead. Here's the 1-2 windup and pitch. Big swing and miss there. The same check swing. And the umpire says she goes. Debris does not agree with it. And the inning is over once again. January Zohide ends the inning on a strikeout. Another 1-2-3 inning. Basically just like the last inning. And Humber still has no answer for the St. Clair pitching as we're 4 through and still no runs from them. And obviously it'll be the same pitching staff. Once again, Shade Hansen coming out, and leading off is going to be, leading off for the St. Clair Saints is going to be number 9, Zanaya Jackson, who is the number 9 hitter. She was the runner that came across the score in the top of the 3rd and has been the only run so far. So we'll see if she can get something started here. As we're starting to get later into the game, you want to be up more than just 1 run, of course. Here she is, Zanaya Jackson, once again facing up against Shade Hansen. Jackson won last time and came in to score. And they're swung into left field, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder for the first out. So Jackson does not get on base this time. That one was a little bit chip contact, like the tip of the bat, and easily read there by the left fielder. As we're at the top of the order now, we're at Shea Murphy. Who also delivered in the top of the 3rd inning run. Swung on into shallow right field, just going to get caught right before it goes into the outfield. And there's the 2nd out, 2 quick outs for St. Clair. Great job by the outfield. Great job by the defense in general. Next is going to be number 18, Judy LaFleur. She struck out in her last at-bat. And on deck is Ashley Marchand, the catcher, who drove in the only run for St. Clair so far today. Start this at-bat 2-0. Big swing and miss there, not a good one there. Yeah, apparently it's a 1-2 count according to the scoreboard. And chip swing there, that's going to be grounded out to the second baseman, thrown to first for the final out of the inning, and Humber has a really nice quick inning there, as they'll get right back out on the defense, on the offense.
We'd like to recognize and congratulate all graduating seniors participating in this year's OCAA softball championship. These athletes have shown dedication, teamwork, and passion both on and off the field. We thank them for their contributions and wish them all the best in their future endeavors. Let's give a big round of applause for all the graduating seniors.
Round of applause there for all the graduating seniors as we thank them very much for all their hard work and dedication. Then Yaworas Ojeda coming out to finish her 5th inning and keep that lead for St. Clair, as Humber still has had no answer. And if Humber did lose this game, this would be a little bit of an upset because Humber has beat St. Clair most of the times. In only the last 5 meetings, like we showed you earlier this game, St. Clair's only won once. And Humber is second in the OCAA standings, right below the Durham Lords. St. Clair is, however, in third. It wouldn't be the most insane upset, but I feel like some people would more expect Humber to win this game, not St. Clair. That one's outside for ball 1. That swung on towards left, but that's going to go into the batting cages for Humber for a foul ball. And Humber looking to try and figure out this pitcher really fast as we're starting to get later into the game. Here in the bottom of the 5th now. And then when it swung on towards left field, left fielder under it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And a really important one as try to take away that motivation and hope from the Humber Hawks and from the fans. Coming up next is going to be Amelia Faro. Here comes the first pitch. And that one's going to be hit behind the netting and onto the street for a foul ball. I wonder one day if one of these balls will ever come to hit the camera right back here. Oh, and 1 coming up. Farrow has to go get out of the way with that pitch as almost hit her in the leg area. Swung on and chipped foul behind. There's a 1-2 count here. Humber trying to get their players motivated here. That one goes way out of play towards the St. Clair bullpen. That's shown absolutely no activity so far today. Neither has Humber, to be fair. Both pitchers have been nothing short of dominance so far. And they need new balls as had quite a lot of foul balls in the last recent at-bats. Gonna get really windy here. There's the 1-2, and that one is swung, and once again another foul ball behind the Humber Hawks dugout this time. Hawks dugout really trying to give their players some adrenaline here. Farrell needs to do something here. That one is low, doesn't even reach the plate. Really windy here now if you can't hear it. Here comes the even 2-2. About the same pitch as last time. Now it's a full count. Outside for ball 4. Really good at bat there from Amelia Faro as she finally gets on base. She finally gets Humber on base here late-ish into the game. And now St. Clair has to be careful right here as you possibly might see a steal here since they haven't had any answer so far. Next going to be River Johnson. And throw to second as she is stealing, and she is safe right underneath the throw. Really good slide there. And Faro had only 5 stolen bases so far this year. And this is her first of the playoffs, 6 of the season. Really needed that one is smacked into left field. Left fielder under it for the catch. There's a very important second out. Over the bottom of the 5th here, they keep that runner stranded at second for now. Next up to bat is going to be a really big moment here. It's Marley Greer. This is basically the best chance Humber has had all game to do something. 56 at-bats for Greer so far. She's got a .321 average. 1 home run and 7 runs batted in. So see if she can, for her, hopefully to try and advance the runner or at least just get on base. Continue the run. That's going to be grounded out to first, but that's just going to be behind the foul line. Foul ball. Big spot here. Tying run on second, and the go-ahead run is at the plate right now. 0-2 here. 2 outs. Big pitch here by Juarez. And a check swing there, and that one goes foul. She might have wanted to have that one, have that swing back halfway through, but able to make contact and force that one foul. Stays alive right here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And in there for a strike, called by the umpire. Interesting call by the umpire here, as that looked just borderline. Really hard to tell from here, but St. Clair is able to get out of trouble, and they keep their 1-0 lead heading into the 6th inning. Really good job there by the pitching and defense. And Humber's going to come right back out to pitch after unfortunately not being able to tie the game. And we're right back here with Ashley Marchand up to bat. She drove the only run in for St. Clair back in the top of the 3rd. And here we are in the top of the 6th. And that one is grounded out, and that pitcher's going to pick it up. Throw will not be made here. And really, really close play there. That was a really good ball laid down there along the line, and the pitcher had to make a race for it. And not able to get it in time. And Marchand's on base for the 2nd time today.
Now batting the DP number 8, Kristen Kipper.
Next going to be Kristen Gripper. She shows bunt here, and she gets it down. Pitcher's just going to throw it to first for the for sure out. And that's what you call a classic sacrifice there, as Marchand moves up to 2nd. And umpire's just going to have a little conversation here with St. Clair. Possibly could be a pinch hitter coming on. And there will be a pinch hitter coming in. Coming out for St. Clair is Reese Grondin, and coming in is going to be number 7, who is Brooke Cameron. So this is her first at bat today in a high pressure situation, as that first pitch is a strike. She's 56 at bats so far through the season. She has a .429 average and 14 RBIs, so probably the right person you want to see right now, but not looking good so far in these first 2 pitches that have both been strikes, and that one was a really big swing and miss there. Here comes the 0-2. That one is chopped behind for a foul ball. Here comes the quick 0-2. Not wasting any time here is Hansen. That one is popped up, but that's going to go towards the St. Clair dugout. Hansen looking for 8th strikeout here. And just not able to be called a strike on that one. Umpire was really close up there. Pretty borderline, and there was a check swing by Cameron, but she held up. Almost the same pitch as last time, and umpire again yelled at from the Humber dugout. They think that was strike 3. Instead it's 2-2. Here it comes, and that's going to be easily outside for ball 3. And Brooke Cameron has come back from being down 0-2 to a full count. And outside for ball 4. Brooke Cameron with an amazing at-bat to fight off Shade Hansen and gets on first. Hands the baton to the next player, who is going to be Cameron Coombs. And once again, a very high pressure situation here. We definitely want as many insurance runs as possible facing off against this Humber team, even though that they have not figured out anything with the pitching so far. Here's the pitch. That's popped out behind for foul ball, and once again an 0-2 count to start the at-bat really quickly. Still only 1 out here. Double play is a possibility, however. And outside for ball 1. It was really high one, possibly trying to lit her eyes up, make her swing through that one. Here's the 1-2. That one is swung on into left field and caught by the outfielder. And the second baseman does not realize that she did not tag, and she's going to be out on a double play. An inning-ending double play for Humber. And that's just not really the best base running there from the St. Clair Saints. I believe that was Ashley Marchand, and I believe she thought that ball was getting down. So, inning-ending double play there. And they do not get any of their insurance runs, but they still hold the lead. Once again, just to show the bracket here, whoever wins this game will face the Durham Lords at 5:30, and whoever loses will face the Conestoga Condors at 3:30. As earlier today, the Durham Lords beat Conestoga 10-0. And then yesterday, Conestoga beat Fanshawe 12-4. And the Saints, who are leading right now, beat the Sheridan Bruins 6-0 and looking for their second win right here. And once again, it'll be Dana Juarez Hojita coming out to pitch once again as you might as well keep her out, as Humber has had absolutely no answer for her so far. Plus, you only have 2 other pitchers on your roster right now. And if they do win, they're going to want to keep whatever good pitcher all of their good pitchers, because they're going to face off against the undefeated #1 team, Durham Lords. That one is a big pop-up towards second base and easily caught for the first out of the inning there. And a really, really good scenario right there for the St. Clair Saints as they get a really quick first out. Now here's the 9-0 hitter, Victoria Lopez, up. Try and do something. That one's also popped up. And just behind us, that's onto the street. Laura's taking her time with this one. And almost a good job with the framing by the catcher, but ruled a ball. Like I said, Victoria only has had 9 at-bats so far in the regular season. And hold that thought, that's going to be a fly out to left fielder and caught by the left fielder for a very important second out as we go back to the top of the order here with Shea Hilpert up to bat in the regular season. This is her 3rd year. In the regular season, she had 52 at-bats. 231 average and 10 RBIs. However, she does have 17 walks, which leads the team, and leads the team in stolen bases with 13. So you want to keep her off the bases at all times, especially in this tight game. That one is swung on, but that's going to go foul. Too much to the right. Quick 0-2 count here for Shea Hilbert. Here comes the pitch. Big swing and miss there, but I believe she got a piece of that one. Or the catcher dropped it, excuse me, so another chance here. Really leaving that middle part open. And there's a big pop-up that's going to go behind me once again and onto the street and possibly give a car a dent. Like I said, they're leaving the middle of that second base area wide open here. And that one's going to be a high fly ball, shallow left field, caught by the shortstop for the final out of the inning. And the St. Clair Saints survive once again. And they'll look to get a really needed insurance run coming into this one, as you don't want to go into the final inning only up 1-0. However, the lead, still be grateful for the lead. Even pushing one across this absolute amazing pitcher in Shade Hansen, pitcher of the year. And I probably said that about 3 times already. And right now it's just the pitcher and catcher warming up. This whole game, even St. Clair hasn't had much of an answer for the Humber pitching. It's just like I said, from the very get-go, I knew this was going to be a close game, and so far it has been close as it could possibly get right now. And St. Clair is only up by the slimmest of possible leads. Definitely going to look to extend that lead here, and it's possible after this inning you might see some defensive substitutions for St. Clair to try and close out this game and advance. And leading off for the St. Clair Saints could be the number 7 hole hitter, Ada Umera. His first pitch CC swings and misses for a strike. Big swing and miss there for strike 2, but the same play as last time. And Umera is in trouble right here. Here comes the 0-2, check swing, but able to hold it up in time. Looking to start something here, whatever way possible. That is swung on, but that's going to go foul to the right onto the net. Here comes the pitch. Big swing and miss there for strike 3. Shade Hansen has her 8th strikeout of the game here in the top of the 7th inning. And definitely do not blame her for her team being down right now. And next up to bat is the pitcher, Daniel Juarez Ojeda, who's been absolutely dominant, to say the least. In her pitching category, look to see if she can do something offensively. And that one hits her in the arm. And she's going to be allowed to go to first. Not what you want to see from your pitcher get hit, but she appears to be all right. Even though it is called softball, that ball is not actually soft. And it looks like there might be a substitution or pinch hit here, as the St. Clair third base coach is with the umpire right now discussing something. Possibly a pinch runner. And here we go. And yep, there will be a pinch hitter for Daniel Juarez Ojeda, as coming in is going to be number 24, Malian Kalihas. And bunt laid down there perfectly. The pitcher, throw to first is wide. And the umpire gets in the way of the first base runner. And the runner is going to come in to score. Immediately off the bench, pinch running is Malian Cajias, and she immediately makes an impact in coming in to score. And the St. Clair Saints get an extremely important insurance run. Now up 2-0 in the top of the 7th. And speaking of that, that is a bunt triple for Zanaya Jackson. It might be recorded as an error, and now there's going to be a mound visit for Shade Hansen. It might be recorded an error off of the throwing mishap by the pitcher to first base. And during all that, the first base umpire actually collided with the runner Jackson and got in the way for a good 2 seconds. And so, but she definitely delivers with a defensive mishap by the Humber Hawks as they come across. The Saints come across to score. Now lead 2-0 here in the top of the 7th. Extremely important there. Yeah, another bunt shown there, but not able to pull back in time to strike. Possibly going with the suicide squeeze here. Really aggressive tactic here. As this is the first time they've tried these bunts on Hansen. And here comes the 0-2 on Shea Murphy. And outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-2 from Hansen. Now when it swung and went to do foul to the Humber dugout. It's a big spot here. Be even nicer to go up by 3 runs here. And Murphy calls time. As this is a giant moment in the game here. The 1-2 past the second baseman and into right field for a base hit. And Shaylin Murphy extends the lead for the St. Clair Saints, now up 3-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Best possible time to come through here. And they get 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning off of the pitcher of the year. And showing bunt again is Judy LaFleur. And still going here as there's only 1 out. And showing bunt again, but pulls back in time. St. Clair looking to score even more here. Pulls back the bunt once again. Now a 3-0 count. As LaFleur has been showing the bunt every pitch so far. She won't show it here as that is outside for ball 4. And Hansen possibly losing control now. And there's going to be a mound visit. Possibly just to calm her down as this is a big moment. This might be the end of the game for her actually. And it will be as Shade Hansen will come out of this game. As you can't blame her for this at all. An absolute amazing performance from her though. She gets through 6.1 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 3 runs allowed, unfortunately. But like I said, I would not blame her for being down as Humber has just had absolutely no answer for the St. Clair, pitching and defense. Coming in for the pitcher is going to be number 4. Michaela Brown, excuse me. Took me a while to find that.
We've had to put all of St. Clair's runs into the top of the 7th, so the total score is correct. So we're making sure this total score is correct. We understand the innings are not.
Well, just knowing that there might be a bit of a scoreboard trouble. Just keep in mind it is a 3-0 game. I can promise you that right now. The Saints scored their first run in the top of the 3rd inning with the base hit off Ashley Marchand, and then 2 here in the top of the 2nd. And looking to score even more here to get this game out of reach and make it even more grim. Speaking of Ashley Marchand, she's right here, and she shows bunt, and everyone's going to steal right here, and no throw will be made. No one was covering 2nd, and by the time the runner already got the 3rd, there was no chance. And now this situation got even more dangerous. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. See what Marchand can do here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and just a little bit foul. Too much to the left. On base right now on 3rd is Shaylin Murphy, and on 2nd is Judy LaFleur. Here comes the pitch. That is another pop-up that's going to go foul right into the basket of one of the tables for fans coming in. Michaela Brown coming in relief here. And in 15 innings pitched, he only has a 0.46 ERA. He's only allowed 1 run so far this season. See if she can continue here. And time was called by Brown. Doesn't like the handleness of the ball or something. Here we go, and that's going to be chipped once again. Another foul ball, 4 straight foul balls in a row. Big moment here. Here's the pitch. And chopped there, but that's going to go behind her. 5th straight foul ball of the at-bat. Here comes the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Big swing and miss there for strike 3. A high strike there. And not able to reach that or pull that back in time was Marchand, and now there are 2 outs with Tristan Kipper, the number 4 hitter, up to bat now. And it's in there for the first strike. She's got 18 RBIs so far in the regular season. Big swing and miss there for strike 2. Now Humber only needs 1 strike to get out of this, and hopefully for them get something going and come back into this one. And check swing there, but that is going to go foul. She stays alive. A bit of an emergency swing there. Humber needs to get out of this as soon as possible because they got some work to do. They only have 3 outs left. Here's the pitch. That was a high pop-up. Third baseman's under that one and sliding, but not able to grab that one. And just bobbled there by the third baseman, not able to reach that. We'll see if Kipper can make her pay here. And here comes the 0-2. That was swung on. Another foul ball behind the Humber Hawks dugout. And St. Clair is fighting everything they got right now. Here comes the 0-2. Too low for ball 1. Possibly getting in the head of the pitcher here. Big swing and miss there for strike 3. Never mind that. And Humber gets out of the jam with putting in Michaela Brown to get out of this, and they do, but that does not stop the damage from being done as the St. Clair Saints score 2 runs here in the top of the 7th. Extremely important insurance runs. And they'll trot back out here. Possibly. And we are probably going to see the same pitcher out here. It took a while for the Saints, but they finally figured out Hansen and just immediately started bunting after bunt after bunt. And it forced her to go a little bit outside and then come too far in. And once again, it is going to be Daniel Juarez Ojeda looking for the complete game. She's pitched through 6 innings so far, no runs allowed. As Humber still has a donut on the board right now. And leading off for the Humber Hawks is going to be Reese Valashi. And St. Clair is only 3 outs away from advancing and facing off against the number 1 team, Durham Lords, at 5:30 this evening. And Humber would go face off against the Conestoga Condors at 3:30 in our next game. And first pitch is outside for ball 1. Right now Humber is looking for absolutely anything to try and come back in this one. And St. Clair trying to continue to defend their title. Big swing and miss there. Strike 1. And third base coach is just talking with the umpire for a second. And the umpire just said the pitcher re-entered the game, I guess, That was not said before. Here comes the 1-1. Big swing and miss, and that's a base hit into left field. And Humber gets the start that they needed here in the bottom of the 7th. And Reese Velasquez is on base today, and they're going to pinch run her. Coming on is number 17, who is Mutia Amabel Benedicto. Coming in for the pinch run, obviously. And next up to bat is number 15, Riley DeVries, number 3 hole hitter. Here comes the 0-1. As high pop up. And I believe that is onto the street behind us. Benedicto has only been in 1 game so far this season, and it was for the same reason, pinch run, and she did steal the base. She is a first year, so she's played the least amount of games on Humber's roster. And here comes the 0-2 pitch here on Riley DeVries. And just outside for ball 1. And just about everyone here in the ballpark is getting loud right now. And check swing there, but she swings through it, but catcher didn't catch it. She'll get another chance here. You might possibly see the steal here from Benedicto. That is swung on, and amazing catch there from the shortstop. Throw to first for the double play. What a play there by the shortstop in St. Clair's defense, as they've got probably the best defensive play so far today from both games. And they just ruined all of Humber's hopes right now, as now Humber is down to their final strike and final out. What a play there by the shortstop, number 14, Ada Umera. Not only able to jump out, extend her arm and grab that ball, but also to throw it to first. And excuse me, that was not Umera. I believe that was actually Shaylin Murphy. So apologies with that one, but amazing play there by her. And now the Saints only need 1 more out to advance. Here comes the pitch. There's a high pop-up, but that's going to go back into the, just behind the Humber dugout. And here comes the 2-1 count here. Here's the pitch. Swung on to the third baseman, throw to first, in time for the out, and the St. Clair Saints have advanced and upset it here against the Humber Hawks. And what a game here. Pitching was Dana Yora Zopita, and she absolutely dominated this game, going the whole way and not allowing 1 single run. And the St. Clair Saints close this game out and win it 3-0, and they advance to the next round and continue to defend their championship. So with the win here by the St. Clair Saints. They're going to advance and play against the Durham Lords at 5:30. And the next game, since Humber lost, they're going to face off against the Conestoga Condors, who also lost against the Lords. That'll be at 3:30.
So trust me, so was I. So was I. I was so
Going to bed and I was like, I'm sorry, but this one was just too perfect. I have to show you.
And just
I was so happy about it.
everyone's going to line up here as we're going to introduce the player of the games for both teams. And just, I can't get over that diving defensive play by Murphy. The double play. Easily the play of the game. And we'll see the player of the games for both teams right here. And for the Humber Hawks, obviously Shade Hansen kept her team in for the game. 8 strikeouts in 6 and 1 innings. Easily player of the game.
And for the St. Clair Saints, number 2, Dana.
And also for the St. Clair Saints, really easy decision there. Daniel Suarez absolutely dominated, going the complete game shutout for the St. Clair Saints. And they will move on as they continue to defend their championship. And the next game is going to be at 3:30. The Humber Hawks taking on the Conestoga Condors. And stick around as we're going to interview the player of the game for the St. Clair Saints. So stick around as we're just going to try to get a hold of Daniel Juarez-Ojeda and answer a couple questions after the game, as just absolute dominant performance by her. Like I said, it's probably like the 8th time I said it now, going the whole way and not allowing a single run. And we're just going to hand it off to Corrado as he will just interview Daniel Juarez-Ojeda after the complete game.
Hello, fans. It's Corrado here live from the OCAA Softball Championship. I'm here with player of the game, Dana Juarez. Dana, it's weird to call you guys underdogs, but in this game, you were the lower seed. How'd you guys knock off the favorites?
Feels pretty good. We've competed with them all season, and finally we got this one, which is really exciting. Yeah.
Matching up against the pitcher of the year, was there a little bit of extra motivation there, or did you just play your game?
I was just focusing on my game. I know she's a good pitcher, ranked high, but honestly, I just have to focus on myself.
Okay, so now at 5:30, a green-on-green game there. What do you guys have to do right to make sure you give Durham their first loss of the year?
Just stay focused throughout the whole game. I don't know. Just stay excited, stay on the game, focused. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Dana. All right, back to you guys upstairs.
And thank you very much, Corrado. And that is the end of the second game today. And St. Clair Saints able to pull through an upset, beating Humber Hawks 3-0. And we'll be right back at 3:30, half an hour from now, as the Humber Hawks will take on the Conestoga Condors. So thank you very much for watching this second game, and we'll be right back.